guys, back from my weekend off and ready to go here. First video doing for the forum. Glad to see all you guys here again. Hopefully we can make this a very successful forum. I think we're off to a great start. I want to look here at this severe weather potential coming up for later in the week and first part of the weekend for the Ohio Valley and the Northeast. And I'm more concerned about the Friday time period than Saturday, and I'll show you why. Here is our dew point and surface pressure map from twisterdata.com. Great site for analyzing severe weather. And here you can see we have some very high dew point air through here. Here's our 60, so this is 65. There's some 75-degree dew points scattered among here in this region here. So that certainly is high enough dew point. And I think we can pretty clearly see where our cold front is. Here's our low pressure up here, and here's our cold front coming down like that. And you can see here, as I've talked about on many occasions, you want to see 1,012 in a situation like this is more than sufficient. Here we have 1,008 millibars. Here's our 1,004 line. So we have certainly enough low-level lift to go in with this high dew point air. Here is our low-level jet at 925 millibars. Pretty strong jet. Now it's not coming out of the Gulf; it is coming out of the west, so it's not feeding in a lot of extra moisture in there, but it is adding energy. We'll go up to 850. You can see there's another nice jet in there at 850 in the same general location. So a nice, well-aligned, low-level jet coming in. We'll go up here to 700 millibars. Nice jet there. Move up to 300. Very nice jet streak up here. Look where the area is here. We're in the right rear quadrant of this particular jet, and that's where you want to be. That's where you get the lift. That's where you get the divergence aloft. And here you can see we do have divergence aloft. We have the flow going like this here and like this here. So it's diverging all in this region here, providing extra lift. And that's what we want to be looking for. So that certainly is a good setup. Now, I want you to notice something, though. This is not, to me, a big tornadic outbreak. Because look at the winds. At 925, they're like this. At 850, pretty much the same thing. They're about the same direction. Okay, so we're not seeing turning with height. 700, same basic idea, maybe a little bit more westerly at 700, but not by much. 300 millibars, same thing. If I had 500, it'd show you the same thing. So there is not twisting of wind with height. So now, in any severe storm, it can create its own environment that over a very mesoscale area that could spawn a tornado. So whenever you're talking about severe weather, there is a threat of isolated tornadoes. This is not a tornado outbreak scenario, the way I'm seeing it now. So that's just what I'm looking at there. Now here's our Cape values, and we have some very high Cape values, particularly from this far out. And this is the GFS, which usually doesn't pick up on it too far out. So this is very impressive here, where we have 3,000 to 3,500 plus Cape throughout this region here. So right now I'm really expecting this region in here to light up with severe weather. Mostly, I think the main threat is going to be straight line damaging winds from that well-aligned flow. There can be some hail as well, as these are going to be very tall thunderstorms, getting a chance to get up into the higher levels and create some large hail. I can see that as well. Again, isolated tornadoes can't be ruled out. And here's some maybe some prefrontal stuff firing up here across the Lehigh Valley up into New Jersey and down into the Delaware Valley as well. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. But I think this area back here is going to be our main action on Friday. That's what I'm looking at for Friday. Now Saturday, I think there is going to be severe weather, but I'll show you why I'm a little concerned that things could not be as active as it's going to be Friday. Now obviously here is our dew points and our surface pressure at 18Z on Saturday. And very clearly, that front is still very evident coming down through here. So draw that in there. There's our front. There's our high dew point air all in here. This is our 1,000. Here's our 1,008 line up in here. And so, and 1,012 is down to here, which certainly is sufficient with these conditions. but certainly up in here is where you'd want to be looking to be under the gun as far as severe weather goes. Now here's my concern as far as perhaps not being as active. I want to show you here the low-level jet at 925 millibars. It's decoupled a little bit from the surface front. It's now, the main jet is now out here at 925. Now if we go up to 850, you can see it's still pretty well aligned. The jet's still back in here. But the 925 jet is offshore a little bit. Now we saw that a couple of weeks ago in a situation that looked like it was going to be a severe weather event, and it played a major factor in the quelling of that event. So a little leery of that right now as far as predicting major severe weather outbreak across this region here where that jet has decoupled. At least according to the GFS, it's decoupled. We'll see what happens as we go forward. We'll go up here to 300 millibars though, and we can still see we're still in the right rear quadrant, easy for me to say. And here's our nice divergence in there. So we certainly have, a lot of ingredients that would point to, there being some severe weather. I'm just saying that I think that the big day could be Friday out across the upper Midwest and the northern Ohio Valley, out in that region there, as opposed to Saturday in the east. Just my general observation there. Here's our CAPE values. They are not as widespreadly impressive as they were on Friday. You can see there's a smattering of 3,000 plus CAPEs here, up in here as well. But and I think that's due to kind of the energy becoming a bit decoupled. But if you notice, though, still, as far as the winds go, there's still no real torque with the winds with height. So, I'm not expecting, again, severe weather to be in the form of a widespread tornado outbreak. I think we're looking more at straight line damaging winds where there is severe weather, and some large hail, certainly some flooding downpours as well are possible there. So that's kind of my thought right now. I think the big day for widespread severe weather across the region is going to be on Friday, up in this region and here. I think there will be some severe weather possible on Friday, prefrontal in this region. But then Saturday, I think we're going to see some severe weather, but I think it's going to be more widely separated as far as reports go for this region here. So we'll have to see what happens, and certainly follow the models as we're going along. But that's kind of what I'm seeing right now. So just wanted to update you guys and do the first video for the new forum, and let's make this thing the biggest forum on the internet. Okay, guys, take care.